What are the most frequent phone calls that you get at this time of year?
I think probably the kinds of calls we get most often are related to concerns about mom or dad being depressed or isolated.
As we see patients that are depressed, lonely, have a lot of anxiety, they're so stressed about seeing family they haven't seen in a long time, trying to participate in activities that they're really not feeling well enough to participate in. We see a lot of depression related to the loss of maybe a loved one.
They often do try to put on a good face, and particularly for family members. But if you can, talk with them, one-on-one and privately, and kind of let them know that it's okay for them to tell you that they are feeling kind of sad or down, even now at the holidays. I think that they are eager to talk about it.
They'll say, I wish I could participate, but I can't today, or I'm just not feeling up to it, when they don't really tell them how difficult it is.
Well, how does a family kind of cut through that disguise?
I always suggest to our families that they try to put themselves in the shoes of their mom or dad. I don't think you have to talk about it at length if the mom or dad doesn't seem to be comfortable for whatever reason talking about it. But just making a simple statement like, Mom, I know it's been a hard year. Just a simple statement like that will be enough that if the senior, wants to talk more, you've opened the door.
Is avoidance a good strategy?
Then it becomes like the white elephant in the room.
Right.
Everyone knows it, but no one wants to talk about it. I would suggest some people will go through photo albums at the holidays, not as a way to feel bad, but to say, hey, we're remembering this person during the holiday time. We're keeping them a part of this tradition, even though they're not here, that we're remembering them. And for a lot of seniors, it really makes them feel good to know that no one has forgot about the person that they've loved so much.
Point. Diane, there's a lot of times family members want to take mom or dad wherever the Christmas party is, thinking that that's going to bring cheer to the senior's life and world. Does it bring cheer and life to the senior's world?
It may not if they're worried about being in this strange setting with a lot of strange people. If you try to see these events through your mom or dad's eyes, then it may help you to understand, how they may be feeling. Plan ahead. Think about all the different things that might impact upon their enjoying, such as just being able to get around the room easily. Maybe you can figure out another way so that they don't have to use the walker, but that they still have the support that they need to have.
As far as a lot of these functions too, Janice, have meals associated with them. Does a senior and does a family have to be concerned in terms of the meal that might be provided at somebody else's house?
If somebody is diabetic, let's say, you want to know what they're going to be serving. Also, you can let the senior that's going, let them know what they're going to be having. You want to make sure that there's enough room at the table for them. If they have a wheelchair, to make sure that's accessible for them. If there's people with visual impairments, you want to let them know. Have a family member assigned to get their food for them. Medications are a huge thing. If they're having a meal, you have to know, are they supposed to get it before? Are they supposed to get it after?
What if a senior doesn't want to go? How do you deal with it?
Yeah, I think it's talking about it. Not just assuming that they have to go to this, concert on this evening. Maybe, there are other things that they'd rather do. They have preferences, and you should be talking with them and finding out, what if anything, would they be interested in doing?
So, moral of the story, you can bring joy and merriment to a senior's holiday, but you have to plan ahead.
And do it on their terms, too.